regular middle school, we just started it there. The kiddos are doing great, but it doesn't have the momentum that you guys have. Like, I know you have peer, like you guys are like a council and you counsel each other, and we don't have that. We have kiddos, especially the middle school kiddos, where it's not, they feel like it's not cool because they're different from the rest of, I mean, it's hard to take root from the beginning. Where would you suggest a district start? We have parents who want to help, but that almost makes it worse to the kids. If the parents, you know, I don't know how to get a student group started, or what y'all would suggest.
Okay, us right now, we're the PSJA Dual Language Advisory Board. Every single school, every high school right now has a Dual Language Advisory Board. What this is, we select students. We have, right now we don't have any positions as officers or anything with us, but in high school we do. Yeah. We have the president, the vice president, treasurer, secretary, and everything. So maybe that's something you can implement in middle school. We haven't done it because we haven't seen it necessary. But this is an advisory board where you get 6 students, and they are the main ones, the leaders from the dual language, and they're the ones moving with their peers and everything. And they start. We did events for the parents. We give them information. We do events for the students. We give them information about financial aid. So it's the students that have to take initiative to make their, because the teachers, we all know students, if the teacher tells them, they're gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. But if you say that to a student that has leadership skills, they're gonna take initiative. They're gonna be like, yes, I wanna make this go and a lot more. So they're gonna start moving, and the effect that can have is amazing. I mean, we're all here.
I know that in my school, what we do, well, in high school, we have the freshmen, there's a little leader group, the sophomores, the juniors, and the seniors. And that's why it's not a lot of like, for 5 people to go all over the 4 grade levels. We have like some leaders for every grade level, and they are the ones that go for their team and their dual language children and just like help them out. So it's like a,
and we also stay in charge. Right now we need courses to complete the program. We need 8 courses to finish with the field and everything. So that's what the advisory board does too. They stay in charge that the students take those classes, and that the counselors are doing what they're supposed to do with their schedules. Because sometimes they don't know that they're in the dual language program. The student doesn't know either, so they mix up the schedules, and they don't end with those 8 credits.
Or los hacen sonsos, and they're like, no, you can't take that class, and they just come to us, and we're like, no, we'll go and talk to the counselor with you, or we'll go with the teacher and tell them what we should do, and we go with them.
The student
whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. That's like the clue, like leadership between the students.
And we also have the support of the parents.
Yes,
Say this go. And once you get that, everything starts moving. Once you start something really small, it starts moving everything.
Yeah, we have a parent with us right now.
We have a parent engagement because we need the parents participate with all of this.
Yes.
I call the parents, come on, vengan a ayudarnos a sacar copias, ayudar a los maestros. Vamos a repartir volantes porque va a haber junta, vengan a las juntas, van a hablar los consejeros, viene el doctor Ferrón a hablar del programa dual. Es importante si quieren que sus hijos gradúen certificados de programa bilingüe, vengan. Entonces nos repartimos los teléfonos, anótense. Y ¿cuál es la siguiente junta? Y ahorita el doctor Kim implementó un programa para que los padres aprendamos inglés, y también GD, los que no tengan GD, y maestros de universidad están dando esos cursos. Así como ellos aprendan un segundo idioma, los padres también nos estemos participando.
Una pregunta.
Yo quiero saber cómo se motivaron, qué los motivó a entender que los 2 idiomas son buenos y seguir, escribir y hablar los 2 idiomas, porque yo tengo problemas con mis hijos. Ellos nada más quieren puro inglés, y yo les digo que de la puerta para dentro de mi casa tienen que hablar solo español, y lucho con ellos porque a veces se les olvida y hablan en inglés, y les digo, no quiero que hablen. ¿Dónde vamos a hablar? Digo, si quieres hablar inglés, vete afuera, en el carro, donde tú quieras, pero de la puerta para adentro tienes que hablar español.
Yo digo que tiene que ver mucho con the environment en donde están. Por ejemplo, nosotros en South Texas, in our school, it's just like, oh, you know Spanish, please help me. Like, they always like rely on us to do this. So basically, if your child's in an environment where they speak only English, he's gonna feel like a minority and maybe different than the rest. But that is good, and maybe that's what he's not understanding. That being different is good. Knowing two languages, you should bring him to one of our meetings because so I kind of have to say that he really needs to get motivated and know that he's different if he speaks two languages. That's how we got motivated. Our parents also have a lot to do with it. No, igual como usted, tienes que, no.
Ahora sabemos que la mayoría de los empleos buscan a personas duales.
So if he really
nos
wants to,
impulsa a nosotros de que tenemos que ser duales porque queremos agarrar esos empleos, queremos llegar hasta allá arriba, ¿verdad?
Es por eso que lucho con ellos y a veces me dicen, es que hay palabras, porque platican sobre lo que están viendo en la televisión. Dicen, es que hay palabras que no podemos decir en español. Le digo, ok, di esa palabra en inglés, pero continúa con tu plática en español.
Plática.
También tenemos la cultura. Nosotros en nuestras escuelas celebramos el 16 de septiembre. Y eso
nos vestimos.
Sí, es el folclórico, el mariachi. La cultura ahí está, se mantiene. El 5 de mayo todos llevan comida a la escuela y se hace...
Hay estudiantes que en verdad como ellos no saben nada de la cultura de México, pero ellos ven la belleza de la cultura que uno lleva y ¿sabes qué? Aparece mariachi.
And you really have to be proud of your culture because there are some people that will bring you down. We've experienced it, but you know, we just started singing that and it's happened. So you just really need to be proud.
Muchas gracias.
I remember something that happened in my classroom,
Yes.
and some of the kids from our school that they don't speak Spanish. I remember they came into my room. I teach Lady Church, and they said they start speaking in English, and the kids said, "You don't speak Spanish?" No, pobrecito. Ya es inverso en the equipo.
Una de las cosas que Abraham dijo es que los maestros tenemos que apoyar, tenemos que creer en el programa. Igual, madre de familia, yo también a mis hijos. En casa hablas español, ¿verdad? En la escuela, yo también con los estudiantes les meto, ¿verdad? O sea, lo que creo yo, lo importante que es no perder tu idioma. Es un regalo que tus padres te dieron, no perder tu cultura y que ellos se lo crean, pero necesitan el apoyo de padres, de maestros, de administradores que crean que es de la manera que a ellos van a ser más fuertes y como podemos
Y el
ver aquí,
apoyo que nosotros tenemos más es de nosotros. Nosotros tomamos responsabilidad y somos duales. We're proud of it. Podemos decir, gritar. Somos nosotros los que nos hace.
Somos una
nos quedamos.
familia que nos unimos de
Sí.
que si nadie se burla de que, pronuncias esta palabra mal. No, o sea, lo que hacemos es de que, ¿sabes qué? Así se dice. Aquí no hay cosa de burlarse. We don't make fun of people. We want to help each other. We're a family. We're united. That's the beauty of being in the village.
And we know that it's important to keep our culture. Our culture. So that's why we keep together. We know what the experiences are almost the same. So we keep together and we help each other. And that's something that I think is gonna that's why we get noticed in the PSJA district because of our dual language program. How we're going up.
You guys are from different high schools though, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
do you get together across high schools and meet?
How often do you get together?
We get usually
Like a month, like every
This is
month.
your advisory council meeting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so
This
we
is
like,
a
what is your
PSJA.
school doing? What is the other school doing? And what we can better, we have meetings.
And what we can do together, like when we have parent meeting, combine it.
how can we make it better? How can we inform parents?
And then at the end, we
Or
have
what are you doing
graduation.
different? Maybe they're doing, maybe Southwest did something different that maybe we can have those people come into our school and do the same thing. Yes?
After seeing all those reports from Dr. Verona,
Yes.
don't the parents fight if they want their kids in a dual language program?
Sometimes I don't even need the parents. They fight for us.
Yeah.
They are our forefront. I was mentioning about how all our students take the ACT test. We don't even work for it. They are the positive peer pressure team. They go and tell like, hey, no has tomado el examen. Come on, let's go. You need to take that test. You need to pass this test. In middle school, some of them were a wristband. That it was exclusive for the dual language students. We as teachers provided. And for them, that wristband was like a membership symbol. And it was like, hey, you need to behave because you're wearing the dual language wristband. You're representing us. So that's one of the biggest assets of the dual language program is this family membership, this successful team of the dual language. In middle school especially, and high school, students have this need to belong, to be part of something, okay? They tend to associate, and they can go the wrong route and go into gangs, or they go into this positive peer pressure group. And that's in great percent part of the success story of the dual language program. They are our best dual language advocates. And of course, because the students are being successful, we have the support of the parents. In our campuses, you call for a parent meeting, especially middle school and high school, and 10 of our 800 parents show up. You call for a dual language meeting, and 50 of our 100 parents show up. Okay? We have a lot of parents really willing to be, especially because they even feel welcome. Okay? Our sessions are in dual language.
Do you all try to recruit students from the other programs to join that dual language?
We do. And sometimes it's really hard to convince them because the students
She's the best example.
Yeah.
2 years.
It took him 2 years to convince me to get in. But it's really hard because sometimes they only know English and they know it really well. So they see us and we speak Spanish fluently. And the classes are like that, so they're scared. So they're not gonna feel in place. And we have tried it. I know I have some classmates that I got them into my physics class, but they were it was in Spanish class, but they only knew English. And they fit really well in it, and they felt comfortable, and they understood it. It didn't take them long to know that the terms that were spoken in Spanish, it didn't take them long to associate them in English. And it was easy for them. They still got really good grades, and they were happy. They actually told me like they were happy when pushing them to be in the program because they were exposed to something new.
And some of you started dual language at a very early age, right?
Yes,
pre-kinder. How did you all feel when you were like in 3rd grade, 4th grade doing dual language?
Like, I remember when I was in elementary, we would say the Pledge of Allegiance one day in English, one day in Spanish.
One day in Spanish, one day in English.
Yes, that's what I remember. And throughout, I went in through elementary and then
It felt normal. It felt normal learning both.
But were you all self-motivated, like at that age?
In elementary, we didn't know. We didn't know.
To be honest,
We didn't know.
our
It was
parents
it's normal for us to speak Spanish and English in school. And it was not until we got into middle school with our friends.
We noticed that there were some people not taking this.
They told us, you're in the dual language.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What's that? Okay, Amina.
Yes.
Most of you, however, when you came over, except for one young lady here who had only 3 years, I think
2 years.
3 years. You had the basis of English before. Habían una base de inglés. Okay. Then you all started in a far district in Texas when you were young. So you're not like in my district whereby they're very transitory, at maximum 3 or 4 years.
No.
So here's the question I have. You bought into it, but was it because of your longevity in the area?
Well,
You know,
we were
dual language be more adoptable with kids that have longevity?
yes.
I mean, that's a question to study.
Let me put it this way. In our dual language program has different facets. It's the long-term pre-K-12 program for many of our population, and it's not exclusive for our Spanish language proficient population. English language learners, you notice it, English language speakers can participate in the program. But it's also our newcomers program in the middle school and high school. Okay? So as you see, when Ruby entered, the counselor invited her to be in the program. Okay? So many of our recent immigrants that come from Spanish-speaking countries joined our dual language program. And it's because they are able to keep developing their first language while they're picking English that they are successful. Aide, she started in 3rd grade. Actually, she started in the dual language program until 6th grade, okay? We have students who have joined 6th grade, and by the end of high school, they got enormous scholarship awards and going to privileged colleges. Our rate of success with the recent immigrant at the middle and high school level is overwhelming. It's tremendous. I mean, just to give you an idea, right now we just did some benchmarks in our district, and basically all the English language learners, recent immigrants who passed the test, the benchmark, were in the dual language program. Okay, because we do have students that by one reason or the other were either not placed or decided not to be in the program. Because again, here kicks in this mainstream idea that, oh, I'm here to learn English. I have had parents tell me, I don't want my kid in the program. I brought them to the United States to learn English. Yeah, they're gonna learn English. And if you want them to learn English fast, let them be in the dual language program. Okay. Thank you very much for being with us
Thank you
today.
so much.
Thank you for coming.